Now, I have 15 minutes more. There are two ways to conclude the panel discussions. One is I can still take 3 questions from A, B, C, or I fire my questions to them. Which way do you prefer?
The second one.
I fire the questions. We follow the protocol. The most senior person in this hall, we must listen to her. Correct? Okay, now, So, this is a question to Joe, like you are a CTO, Chief Technology Officer. You run many startup companies. Some people were saying that PMP is only suitable for big organizations, like IBM subscribe to PMP, Shell, and others. What is your take on that? Is PMP not so really suitable for startup and like innovation company?
I look at things on the personal perspective, as I just mentioned to you just now. It is very important to me that we have the right people with the right skills, because I always see things from one particular unique needs a person. Because in order to run the project or even do project development work or anything also, at the end of the day, it's the people. You must have the right people. If you don't have the right people, regardless of how big the size of the project, whether it's a big project, small project, eventually it's all boils down to that people and their skill. Because to be very honest, I've been doing a lot of those projects, and one thing after I attended those PMP certification, this and that, I realized I learned a lot. Why I say so is because during those days when nobody actually teaches the right way of doing things or even dimension, now we actually learning from thousands and thousands of hours that people have put in. We are actually learning from experience, learning from those experts. Those people who wrote this PIN box is those people who have gone through many projects, and they are thousands and thousands of hours put into writing this so-called Bible. I think each call it Bible. And it's good that you go and learn from them before you actually start venturing into making your own mistake or trying to learn things through your own way. Because it is very important to me. I mean, after I gone through, I kept telling all my people the same thing. It's yourself, because you have to first improve yourself. All right, internally, even up here, and eventually, because you are so good at what you are doing, with this gold plating, this is also a PMP term, gold plating. Once you have that two combined, you have a lot of future. All right, so I think that's how I see things. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. To. Okay, now when I introduced you, Razi, that back in 2007, the reason for you to decided to go for PMP certification was to improve your self-esteem. Was also chasing for dream job and so on, which I believe some of the audience here are coming for. Okay, many of them are relate PMP mean better job prospect, right? So after being a PMP, did you manage to increase your self-esteem or manage to catch that dream job?
Dream job? Job is still a job. One of the things, when I took up the prep course with SK, the first thing that you see on here is golden passport to international projects. That really catches my eye. During that time, I did a lot of marketing and market access to the Middle East. And after getting the PMP, it really brings me up to the next level and says, hey, I think I'm able to go a little bit far. Let's try that. After a while, and I see during that exercise, my job, a lot of it is assignment to the Middle East. And that is when I start to see, okay, doing a bit of my research. And that's really a place where PMP gathered. and a lot of projects in the Middle East, obviously, and they really want experienced project managers. And having a PMP is really an advantage by itself. And I believe that was really one of the reasons. Yeah. It gives you confidence to go. Yeah, I think I'm able to do that. And
Okay.
number two, you're selling yourself also. Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Now, my next question to Haslina is that PM R&D is a big organization, and you have so many different nature of projects, from cabling to stations and so on. After your group obtained PMP certifications, is PMP good for all nature type of projects or not necessary, in your view?
Has to have the fine tune. I mean, the PMP is actually the reference. But then the company's quality governance is one more reference. So we have to custom it. Okay, and then what can I say here is the project management skills and knowledge is actually could be applicable to all natures of projects. That is the reference and guidance to us. Except if you have additional technical knowledge in your assigned area, it would be great for you. So I think could be applicable and must suit to your what's the requirements.
Thank you. So Haslina said that PMP can be suited for all type of project, but you need to fine tune it accordingly, right? And I know that there's a group of individuals here came in because you want to know what's going on in the job market, but I'm not asking you to show the hand because your boss is next to you. Okay. Okay. Question to Ganesh. I know that you've been actively looking for a good project manager to join you. What was your latest experience in hiring project managers in this particular job market?
Okay, something that we've been observing for the past 6 months, the demand seems to be higher than the supply. The quality that we're getting is poor. In fact, we are looking at a different perspective. Even poor, we are willing to bring them in, train them, guide them, and put them on job. So what they did, they accept the job. 2 days before, they track because they got a better offer. So that's a situation that's taking place as of now. The demand, I would say the demand is higher than the supply. And if anyone interested in microlink, look for me.
Okay, now I know I have another 6 to 7 more minutes to wrap up the sessions. I want each of you as a panelist, what would be your closing statements to those PMP to be sitting in this room? What would be your closing statement, okay, to all these PMP to be? Let's start with Mr. To here.
I encourage you to take up PMP for simple reason. First is of course your self-improvement, because I think self-improvement, to invest a few $1,000s, whether your company going to invest on you or you find a way to invest yourself, I think that's important because this will really help to improve yourself. Now the second thing of course is the certification, the PMP certification. Now if you are so desire to get this certification, go and do it, because once you have this PMP certification, there's a lot more opportunity open up for you, because it's a real world. Okay, if you tell people you have 20 years of experience, but they say to you, are you a PMP certified? They say you are not, then they will most probably not going to hire you. All right. The reason is very simple, because people use it as a benchmark to actually judge your attitude. Your attitude to what? To professionalism, your commitment, and how you think about your own self. Because if you don't think highly yourself and you don't get yourself being qualified or being professional about what you're doing, why should people think highly about you? Okay, so that's what I want to tell you from my experience. Okay,
Great. Okay. Let's say, Razi, what will be your closing statement to all these PMP to be in this hall?
To me, I feel it's really passion. You really want to do it or not? You know, it's really another session of book, another session of reading, and then being a family, most of you have family, and you have to find a slice of time to do the reading, and really want to pass. We want to go to another SPM kind of thing, But if you really want, because of a certain reason why you want it, then you make it.
Okay. Ganesh?
For those looking forward to pick up the PMP, my advice is basically take a step back, look at your career objective, where you want to be, what you want to do, and if project management is something that you want to pursue, then PMP is one of the options that you have. Because eventually, all the company might look at PMP certified. That's probably the benchmark, as mentioned by Tom. That might be the benchmark eventually. So why not now? Where it's in version 4, probably later it's going to be version 5 or 6, which is going to be quicker. So might as well do it now. That's all. Thanks.
Aslina?
Okay, project managers' professionalism starts after being certified actually. Because you will know what you have to do, why do you need it. And the second thing is, after being certified, do not expect to have 100% smooth sailing on the project. Because project always have ups and down times. So good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am kind of like going to take extra 2 minutes of the time allocated earlier for me. Is that okay?
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to sum up about the last 1 hour and 15 minutes what has been covered in the panel discussions. We started off by a panelist telling us after you've been certified, that is just the beginning of the frustrations. Okay, there are some changes you wanted to see in your own organizations. There are team members, but sometimes they may not necessarily go along your way, right? We also have seen another panelist talk to us. Being a PMP certified gives you a new window of opportunity. To him, give him an opportunity to do something he enjoys more, such as not need to travel all over the places to manage projects, but more onto the coaching and mentoring role, right? And we also have here some PMP certified who are encouraging their employee to be PMP certified because as a vendor in the today market situations, before the beginning of the project, you must win the project, right? In the bidding document itself, your customer is asking you as a vendor, do you have PMP certified individual? If you don't have PMP certified, you are losing out in the bidding environment. That was what I catch it up, right? Now, interestingly, we have also heard that PMP certification at the organization level can come from top down, such as CEOs started to realize that their projects are not doing well, so there's an instruction coming down. Or there's an HR, went out and started to get to know about what is PMP certification as well. But interestingly enough, we also hear that for TMR&D, it was actually a bottom-up approach. They realized that the way we manage project was not not up to the way we want it to be. So they grouped together, they went and talked to their management, and their management agreed with their way of getting the certification. That's very interesting. I've seen that. And we also see that when you become a PMP, they wanted to bring changes. And so interesting to pick up one of them is that even changing the role and the functionalities of an organization, such as she mentioned about changing the PMO. The role of the PMO was more towards compliances versus the project monitoring as well. We talked quite a fair bit about how PMP helped individual, to many extents is that it increased the self-esteem. You speak with confidence. You are in line with the same terminology with your customer, with your stakeholders, and you are not like so-called the hearsay. You back your decisions with theories. That's very interesting. With this self-esteem, we have here, even one of the panelists was saying that he managed to get his dream job. But I said he did not disclose to us how much he was paid at that point in time. Okay? After the work, after that. Now, another one interesting thing is that we also talk about being a PMP does not necessarily mean that your project is equal to success. That is still depending on your attitude, okay, your experience in putting project together, and more important, they also have mentioned this as well, your communication skill and your leadership, right? So with this, I would like to thank MDEC and all the audience here to your help to make me an easy job as a chairperson. Thank you very much.